Fell for it again, huh? Oh my goodness. So I'm a little confused, to be honest with you, because everyone's talking about the Epstein files, Epstein Island. What's going on with Epstein? Are people getting arrested? And I'm like, what are we talking about? This was all done, right? This was all wrapped up. Because I vaguely remember a whole bunch of conservatives, right, going to the White House and walking out with a white binder that had like phase 1 of the Epstein files, right? They were all smiling and giggling and they were like, oh, they felt all good about it. Oh, we got the Epstein files. Now, just seeing that was weird because it's like, from my understanding, from what you guys have been alleging, what took place on the island, I don't know why y'all would be so happy and giddy and smiling and proud to hold such depraved acts.
He's out of line, but he's right.
So I thought this was all wrapped up.
So that was a fucking lie.
Matter of fact, if I remember, that what they gave was actually more redacted than what Biden gave during his administration. So let that say what it says. But since then, there has been more information coming out. You guys remember, Kash Patel, who was talking about, listen, we don't buy the story. Y'all remember Dan Bongino, who was like, listen, they're not giving us the real truth and everything. And then all of a sudden, they get elected to the FBI and the DOJ, and then everything starts to become, well, listen, you guys just got it wrong. I've seen the video. Listen, he did this to himself. That's what happens.
Listen, that Jeffrey Epstein story is a big deal. Please do not let that story go. Keep your eye on this. Catherine Rumler, we need to keep the heat on this case, folks. There are a lot of people who are knee deep in the Washington swamp who are not telling you the truth about serious allegations out there that Epstein may have had video and audio of people out there doing things they shouldn't have been doing. And you should be asking yourself the question, how is it that all these people, the CIA director, the Obama fixer, Bill Clinton, all intersected paths with Jeffrey Epstein? Jeffrey Epstein isn't with us anymore, and nobody seems to want to talk about it. Outside of a few entrepreneurial media outlets saying, hey, this is a big deal.
He killed himself. You want me to? I've seen the whole file. He killed himself.
What? And I find it absolutely just fascinating. It's amazing how just the story flips, right? The story flips. Mum's a word. They're just saying, yeah, no, everything is going according to plan. You remember Pam Bondi, who went on Fox News and was saying, hey, I got the files right here on my desk. I got them right here on my desk, and we're just going through them, and we just want to make sure that the privacies of the people who are hurt were all safe, and we're going to release it, you bet. And they asked, hey, has there been like a bombshell that you've came across in going through the files? And she's like, no, nothing yet.
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
Now, riddle me this, Batman. This is something that I pose to all the maggots out there, all the goofies, all the clowns who fell for it again. You don't find it a bit strange that no one's been arrested? That there hasn't been anyone who's even been charged with what was going on allegedly in Epstein Island? No one found that interesting? Y'all allegedly had the list, right? Wait, you mean there's no list now?
Investigators say they found no incriminating client list of Epstein's, no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals, and no evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties.
You can't make this up. You all know that they're now saying that there was no Epstein client list, that was all just a figment of your imagination.
That Epstein may have had video and audio of people out there.
Everything that they were screaming and crying about during the Biden administration. Oh, why won't they release the Epstein file list? You want to know why? Because Biden's on the list. All they're screaming and crying about the Epstein file and how the Democrats, oh my God, they had a sex ring on the island. And that's why we have to protect the children, the kids.
How do I reach these kids?
Now they get into power and mum's a word. Matter of fact, they now denying that there is ever a list. Now, riddle me this, Batman. I remember when, what's his name that got kicked out? Elon Musk, that's his name. Elon Musk was talking about how Trump was on the Epstein files.
And just last month, while feuding with President Trump, Elon Musk posting, "Time to drop the really big bomb. At real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public."
I don't know. Maybe I'm curious to see how they spin it, because how I expect it to happen, where people just say, you know what, we don't need the Epstein files anyway. What really were the Epstein files? Like, do we really think that there was a client list? Of course there wasn't a client list. That was all just a Democrat lie to sway the election. That's all that was. How fast do you think that's going to happen, bruh? Do you think you give it like a day, 45 minutes, a week? How fast before now all of a sudden they don't care about the Epstein file list?
According to the report, this systematic review revealed no incriminating client list. So what happened to the Epstein client list that the Attorney General said she had on her desk?
Well, I think if you go back and look at what the Attorney General said in that interview, which was on your network on Fox News.
Got the quote.
Go ahead.
John Roberts said, DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen? And she said, it's sitting on my desk right now to review.
Yes, she was saying the entirety of all of the paperwork, all of the paper in relation to Jeffrey Epstein's crimes.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And I just find it interesting to how quick their minds change. That goes to show you how much of a cult they are, bruh. You're so much of a cult that you're willing to overlook the abuse of kids? That's how much of a cult you're in? You're so much in a cult that you're not even going to call them out for the nonsense that they're doing right now? You're just going to be like, well, I really wish we had the files. Nah, what? What do you mean? So let me get this straight. You're more upset over Trump not winning the election, right? January 6th, than you are with the alleged degeneracy that took place on the island, with the alleged degeneracy. Remember Pizzagate? Right, when they're saying, the pizza, it's a call sign. They have call signs for the kids and everything. And pepperoni means little boy, and and pineapple means blonde hair. Y'all remember that? So y'all have more fervor and anger for the election regarding you believing the election was stolen than you do for kids being abused by politicians and the elites on an island.
Damn.
All because you don't want it to implicate Trump. That's why? Bro, what are we talking about? We're cooked. We're cooked. This country, this country is cooked. And, because we're being overrun by stupids. These stupids are procreating at an astronomical rate. And we've got to stop this. We've got to fight back, bro.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
We've got to fight back. Okay, we're losing the country to stupids. This is where we are, where we are full idiocracy. Y'all saw the White House talking about we're going to have a UFC straight out of like Idiocracy or something. This is, everyone should be upset. Everyone who is like an American and loves America, y'all should be livid. We can't allow this to happen, bro. We can't allow, Idiocracy to be a documentary on the fall of the United States of America.
The President of America!
That can't happen. And that's what it looks like it's going to be, because these people are done. They're hypnotized. They're brainwashed. Their brains are mush. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe Lucas, he's still going to release it. And if he says there's no client list, well, by gee golly, I believe him. Or if you don't believe, y'all, that's the problem. Y'all believe him. That's the problem. He gonna bring us into a recession, a depression, and you also gonna be like, well, I believe him. I believe him. You're not gonna get anything you voted for. The exact opposite. Well, we just gotta trust the plan. Y'all are goofy, okay? And we have got to rise up against the stupids, all right? We have got to rise up against them. Nevertheless, if you happen to disagree, you know where to find me. Thursday through Saturday, Disagreement Day. You can call in and we duke it out. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think, okay? Whether or not there really isn't an Epstein list and, everything they're saying is the truth, or maybe Elon is right. Maybe Trump is on the list. I don't know. You tell me. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to subscribe and all that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing.
Give you my word. He's gonna